Sibling rivalries may be seen as roadblocks between family connection, but should siblings look past their own mindset and learn to understand one another, such a bond could be hard to break. Gamora and Nebula had such a rivalry, but because they finally saw eye to eye, the need to win faded and was replaced with love. However, Gamora was not so fortunate. Thankfully, in another universe, instead of going after Thanos alone, Nebula chose to stay with her sister and her friends, the Guardians of the Galaxy. And so, when they would arrive at Nowhere in 2018, the Guardians had destroyed the Mad Titan before his reign of terror could begin. But in order to tell this story, I must first also speak of another. Peter Quill, son of Ego, Ravager, Star-Lord, Guardian of the Galaxy, taken into space at a young age by Yondu. Much had happened that made him who he was today, and with the Guardians of the Galaxy, he found new meaning for his life, even after Yondu's passing. But when Thanos was destroyed, Peter felt a little homesick, because his grandfather was still alive. And following his battle after the High Evolutionary, Peter left for Earth, but not before leaving something behind that would ultimately save his and everyone's lives. Star-Lord and Gamora had a child. His name was Samuel Yondu Quill. His father wanted his middle name to be Hasselhoff, but Gamora would not allow him. Sam took the mantle of Star-Lord after Peter's disappearance and Earth's destruction by an unknown entity. But this Star-Lord, more of a bounty hunter under his Aunt Nebula's wing, he kept all of his bounties alive. But this 8-year-old boy still had a long way to go before he could be called a Guardian of the Galaxy. His fate, however, was about to change, as fate crashed into his ship upon arrival to visit his mother's newfound kingdom. The person that Sam would meet would forever change his fate. Her name was Zay, an alien from an ancient race of people that had been embedded with the power of the Tesseract, and she is in need of help from anyone who can provide assistance. Sam refused at first, but when she mentioned her mother had gotten involved with something beyond her control and was captured, Sam agreed to help. But reluctantly, as Zay also needed the help of the Guardians of the Galaxy. But with Groot and Draxon available, Nebula, Rocket, and Sam's father, Peter Quill, were the only ones to answer the call. Zay took the Guardians and Sam to the adventuring nation's government to find new leads on where to start looking. Zay tells them that the elder of her village, her little sister, was the one who the man they call the Conqueror is after, and the Conqueror wanted to absorb the Tesseract's power to bend time and space and to open doors to destruction. The government's head, Cochin, was happy to give some important intel to Gamora's whereabouts and the key to saving Zay's race, and had tasked the Black Order to accompany them on the planet. The Black Order of which includes Corvus Glaive, Supergiant, Proxima Midnight, and Cole Obsidian. The group had made it to the planet Amia to rescue Gamora, but throughout the trip, trust got testy against the group, but Sam and Peter's relationship would be a lot harder to fix, which led to Sam wishing Peter was dead. Years of not seeing his father had taken a toll on him. But Zay shut Sam up completely after she told him that he is quite lucky to have parents as hers, whose fates were completely unknown, even when she was a baby. Later that night, Sam apologized to Zay, and the two went out for a stroll as Sam told Zay that when Earth was destroyed, his father did not come home. But Zay says there had to be some reason, if Sam only would talk to his father. Suddenly, the group were attacked by the Conqueror's armies, and Peter was hit by a bombardment of explosives, much to Sam's horror. He wanted to go back and save him, but the Black Order took Sam and Zay to safety, leaving Rocket and Nebula alone. After allowing Sam time to grieve, the group followed the signal to Gamora's location. Though when they found a crash adventuring nation's government satellite, Zay felt something familiar about it. But just then, the tunnels where the signal originates was collapsing, trapping everyone except Sam. He would have to carry on this mission alone. Sam had at least reached his mother, except it wasn't. It was Zay's sister and the village elder. But suddenly, not being given a second to process the information, Sam and the elder were captured by the Black Order and were taken to Cochin. Cochin's real plan, since he had Gamora all along in his collection, was to absorb the village elder's Tesseract energy to open up a hole inside the omniversal barrier. Zay revealed that that was what the Conqueror wanted. Wait, no, that can't be. So Cochin, all along, Cochin is the Conqueror. Cochin is Kang the Conqueror. The government that Kang made was to ensure that his higher-ups had enough test subjects to take with him to a new era, like Noah's Ark. But now, since Sam was in his way, Kang had Ebony Maw dissect him for spare parts. Sam then found himself locked in the same cell as Gamora, his mother, who was also ready for dissection. Thankfully, both were saved by an angel known as Sam's Aunt Mantis. Sam felt overwhelmed by this and wanted to run away, but Gamora held her son and told him that if he doesn't help, more people will suffer and die. But Sam doesn't have the courage. Gamora told Sam that before Peter left for Earth, she remembered what Peter said to her when Sam first came home. How Sam looked like his late mother, in hopes that her will now lives on in him. And he believed that Sam would do him proud as his little Star-Lord, if not better than the original. And a guardian of the galaxy would never run away from saving the ones they love. Gamora and Nebula should know. With newfound confidence and courage, our heroes began their concentrated attack against Kang the Conqueror and his adventuring nation's government. Taking on Kang head-on would be a suicide mission, so Sam, along with fellow inmates Kalea, Major Vance Astro, Joe Costa, Scar, and Nikki, caused a breakout in Kang's collection. Rocket and Nebula returned to help Gamora and Mantis, and after Sam saves Zay, one person stands in his way from between saving Zay's sister and the complete annihilation of our universe, and that is Kang himself, armed with the strongest weapons from all neighbouring universes within this universe. He seemed invincible, but there was one thing he didn't count on: a fashionably late arrival of Peter Quill back from the dead to help his son in battle. Kang the Conqueror has been known to destroy and conquer thousands, if not infinite worlds, and even destroyed this universe's Earth. He seemed invincible, but he underestimated the power of father and son. And as soon as Zay frees her sister, Sam shoots Kang's Tesseract-powered rift generator, causing it to be destroyed, along with Kang himself. After the grueling and terrifying battle, Sam, Peter, and the Guardians took the Elder back to her people, where she was also reunited with her family, who she had believed to have passed away at Zay's surprise as well. But after travelling the galaxy for so long, Zay wasn't sure where her path would lead. But Sam told her that it'll be okay, and that her time with her new family would be dear and precious, and was not to be taken for granted. Zay left the ship, but Peter saw how much damage it was doing to Sam, heartbroken by Zay's decision, but also proud. 6 weeks later, at the renewed nation's government, Peter and Sam talked about why Peter did not return to Earth when Sam was 3 years old. After facing the High Evolutionary, Peter knew his grandfather was alive, and after his mother's passing, he wanted to make sure that he wanted to know that his grandkid was still alive, and to spend each and every moment with him until his passing. But when Kang destroyed the Earth, that time was cut short. His grandfather had died, and Peter felt lost and alone, and felt like he needed to be alone for so long. But he was given hope again upon seeing his son all grown up, and his wife now queen of a nation. The two embraced. But before he left, thanks to Kraglin, Peter had left a couple of surprises or two. A present, if you were, which involves a Walkman, 2 blasters, and a note that reads, quote, "Dear Sam, if you're reading this, I went and took off again, but this time to get flowers for your mother. On the day you were born, sorry for being cheesy when I say this, I always believed that you would have your mother's spirit, and in turn, you would also have my wit as well. Guess I was asking too much, but while I was away, you grew up so much without me, and it saddens me that I wasn't there to see you grow up. I can't change the past, but I want to give your future a boost. And so, with this Walkman and the new blasters, I also gave you a ship. And team, and an old friend, fresh from the Nova Corps. As your dad, I will want you to be happy too, but you showed me that you'll be happier showing us what you could do. What you all could do. And I'll always be with you, and your guardians of the galaxy. But if I could be your father when I say this, do your best. You're my world, my little Star-Lord, and I love you so much, Sam. Good luck. You think this is over? Sam, you think this is over? Do you think that a bunch of immature children could send me to the ends of the universe and get away with it? I am Kang, the Conqueror. I will have my revenge. Do you hear me? I will have my revenge! Do you think I went a little too harsh on him? Nah. I should make myself a bed.